Hello, welcome students. I am Mr. Sandeep here, and in manufacturing technology we have been going through the chapter forming and shaping processes. So in today's session we are going to discuss on different sheet metal processes, right? So in forming and shaping processes, our purpose is to give the shape or to change the shape of sheet metal, right? So in today's session, let us start our discussion on different sheet metal processes under category of forming and shaping processes, right? So we have discussed rolling process, we have discussed extrusion and forging processes, right? So in all the processes, our purpose is to change the shape of given matter. Okay, so let us start our discussion on different press tool processes or different processes performed on press machine, right? So what do you mean by press machine? Press machine is a machine which is used for generating the compressive force or say up down motion, right? So here let us start our discussion with general layout of press machine. So as per my discussion, the purpose of press machine is to produce the up down motion or compressive force. So with help of this up down motion or compressive force, we can change the shape of given material, right? So in press machine, our purpose is reciprocating motion, right? So here punch and die, these two components are very important. What do you mean by punch? Punch is a tool of the press machine, or in simple words, with help of punch you can give shape or you can cut your metal, right? What do you mean by die? Die is nothing but replica or image of your product. So die is nothing but it is the opening or it is the hollow space according to your requirement of product. For example, you want to cut a circular blank or circular part from the sheet metal, your die is having a circular opening. If you want to cut rectangular shape, then your die will be having a rectangular opening. So die is nothing but replica of your product to be produced, right? So punch is nothing but it is a tool, and die is nothing but it is the circular or say given shape opening, right? So in any press machine, punch and die are very important components, right? So in any press machine, there will be a punch and die, right? So let us start our discussion on different sheet metal operations or different processes based on sheet metal. So what do you mean by sheet metal? Sheet metal is nothing but it is having a very less thickness, right? So it is a metal which is having a less thickness comparatively in general 3, 5 or 7 mm, right? So it is known as a sheet metal. So here I mentioned the list of operations or processes that we can perform on sheet metal. Okay, so let us start our discussion on different processes. So here I mentioned the very popular operation, that is nothing but blanking and punching. So blanking and punching, these two operations are very popular. And what is the difference between blanking and punching? So let's try to understand the difference between blanking and punching. So these two operations are having a same category or say very little difference. So what is punching? In the punching, your purpose is to make the hole. It is also known as the piercing. What do you mean by blanking? So in the blanking, your purpose is to make the part having circular or say having particular shape, right? So in blanking and punching, both operations are very similar, which is having only single difference. The difference is our purpose. In the punching, your purpose is to make the hole, right? So cut part is a useless, it is a scrap in punching operation, right? While in the blanking, your purpose is to cut a circular shape or say cut a particular shape. It means Here, cut part is your purpose. For example, you want to cut a circular coin shape from the sheet metal. This coin is your purpose. That's why this operation is known as a blanking. And if your purpose is just to make the hole in the sheet metal, it will be a punching operation, right? So there is only a single difference between blanking and punching operation, right? So both operations are similar and both operations can be performed on sheet metal, right? So here I mentioned the difference between blanking and punching operation, and both operations are having a similar category, right? So after blanking and punching, here I mentioned the embossing operation. What do you mean by embossing? To emboss means to projected shape or to make a projected shape in any sheet metal. So the best example is your number plate. So your bike is having a number plate which is having an embossed letter, right? So embossed numbers it is done with help of embossing operation, right? So to make a projected part or to make embossed geometry, you can use embossing. So for example, here I mentioned in this image embossing operation, right? So in the embossing operation, your purpose is to emboss something or to make projected geometry in sheet metal. So here I also mentioned one image of embossed part which is having the embossed geometry on its periphery or on its surface, right? So coining process is also similar as the embossing process. Here our purpose is to make impression of different geometry, right? For example, our coin is having a king and cross geometry on either sides, right? So this type of impressions can be done with help of coining operation, right? So after that, here I mentioned the lancing operation. So what happens in lancing operation and what is the concept in lancing operation? In lancing operation, our purpose is to partial cut and bend our workpiece. For example, here I mentioned the product made by lancing operation, right? So for making of air vent, we can use this type of lancing operation in which we have to cut our material or metal in partial way. After that, we can bend it inward or outward. So this type of operation is known as a lancing operation. After that, here I mentioned the shearing. As per the name, we can shear off our material at particular edge. It means we can cut our material or we can shear our material at particular edge with help of punch and with help of die block, right? So shearing means we can cut or shear our material at particular edge. So after that, here I mentioned the perforating. What do we mean by perforating? In perforating, our purpose is to make series of holes. It means with help of perforating, we can make a series of holes in any sheet metal, right? So in perforating, our purpose is to make number of holes in sequence, and that's why it is known as a perforating. After that, here I mentioned the notching. As per the name, here our purpose is to make the notch at edge of our sheet metal. So we can make a V notch, we can make the rectangular notch or semicircular notch. So notch is nothing but it is a cut part at particular edge, right? So here I mentioned the notch component. It means it is having a notch at the edge, right? After that, here I mentioned the nibbling operation. What happens in nibbling? So in the nibbling, our purpose is to make a particular path cut. So in nibbling, with help of reciprocating plunger, we can make any contour, right? Or any impression, right? So we can make any contour cut in any sheet metal with help of reciprocating nibbler. So this type of tool is known as a nibbler. So with help of reciprocating nibbler, we can cut any geometry or we can cut any letter in sheet metal. This operation is known as a nibbling operation. So these all operations are sheet metal operations. So after that, let us start our discussion on different types of die, right? So what is die? So die is nothing but it is a replica or image of the product. It means it is the replica of your product, right? So here let us start our discussion on progressive die. So here the name is the progressive die and purpose of the die is to make the washer. So washer is nothing but it is having a geometry which is a hole at the inner part and material in the outer part. So this type of washer can be used in nut and bolt assembly for proper gripping, right? So how can we make this type of washer? Progressive die is used. As per the name progressive die, here what happens at particular one place hole is cut, and after progress of sheet metal what happens, final washer can be cut, right? So here I mentioned the view for the progressive die. What happens, we have to pass our sheet metal from one end, at one station hole can be cut, and this particular place or this particular sheet metal can be traveled, and at the second station what happens, our final washer can be cut with help of punch, right? That's why this type of die is known as a progressive die. It means final washer can be made with help of travel or progress of sheet metal from one station to another station. So here one operation is a punching because we can cut the hole, that is the inner diameter hole, and another operation or second operation is a blanking because we can cut the part and we have to use this type of washer. That's why this operation is known as a blanking, right? So here one operation is punching and second operation is blanking, right? So here two different operations are performed at two different station or place, right? After that, here I mentioned the combination die. What is the purpose of combination die? So if you want to make this type of hollow cylinder or say this type of cup, combination die can be used, right? So here what happens in combination die and what is the purpose of combination die? As per our discussion, we can draw the cup or we can make the part with help of drawing or with help of forming, right? So here what happens, first of all you have to put your sheet metal below our punch, and after that here after what happens, with help of drawing punch or with help of inner punch we can make our metal flow in the die cavity. So here two punches are used. It means with help of one punch we can cut or blank our sheet metal, and with help of second punch we can make our metal flow in the cavity, right? So here two operations are performed. With help of one punch we can cut our metal, that is the blanking punch, and second punch is a drawing punch, and with help of this drawing punch we can make flow our metal plastically in the cavity, right? So here two operations are performed at single station, but one operation is a cutting operation, that is blanking, and another operation is a forming operation or shaping operation, in which only shape will be given to the sheet metal, right? So here I mentioned the compound die. The next die is a compound die. So what happens in compound die? Let's have a look on this video. So what happened in compound die? Our purpose is to make the washer with help of compound die. So how can we make the washer with compound die? So let's have a look on this video of compound die. So how compound die works? Here compound die is used for making the washer. So here for making the washer we require two operations. First one is a punching and second one is a blanking. So in compound die both operations can be performed at single station. It means blanking and punching both operations can be performed at single station, right? So let's have a look on this video once again. Here our purpose is to make the washer. It means we can make the washer with help of compound die. Here both operations can be performed at the single place, right? So here one punch is used for punching and another punch is used for blanking, and our final washer can be made with help of compound die, right? So we can make the washer with help of compound die. So here both operations are performed at single station, right? So progressive die and compound die, both dies are used for making the washer, but difference is here both operations are performed at single place, but in progressive die both operations are performed at different places, right? So after that, let us start our discussion with the deep drawing process. So in the deep drawing, as per the name, this process is used for making the cup shape, right? So if you want to make the bowl or cup shape, this type of process known as a deep drawing is used, right? So as per the name, we can draw our cup or we can make our cup or glass shape with help of deep drawing. Here, let's have a look on the view of the deep drawing process. So what happens in deep drawing process? Here, first, what happens here? Our purpose is to make the cup shape, right? So what happens here? With help of punch holder, pressure is given on the outer periphery of our material, right? So here punch holder is shown in this figure. So with help of punch holder, our sheet metal can be held at outer periphery. After that, we can operate the middle punch. It means with help of operation or when we apply the punch in downward direction, what happens? Our material will flow plastically in the cavity. It means plastic deformation of our sheet metal will occur. And with help of this plastic deformation, we can make the cup shape according to our die cavity. Right? So once again I repeat, here with help of punch holder, we can hold our material, and at the middle part, when we apply the force to the punch, what happens? Our material will plastically flow and fill the cavity, so that we can make a hollow cup with help of deep drawing process, right? So here clearance is very important. We have to provide the more clearance between middle punch and the opening, that is the die, right? So this process is known as a deep drawing process. So let's have a look on the video of deep drawing process. So as per our discussion, our purpose is to make cup shape or say bucket shape, right? So here, as shown in this video, we can make this type of shape with help of this type of punch, right? So here this punch is known as a drawing punch or forming punch. So with help of this punch, we can give shape to the sheet metal, right? So this process is known as a deep drawing process. So here I mentioned the different stages in deep drawing process, right? So in the deep drawing process, as per our discussion, what happens here? In the deep drawing process, we have to hold our sheet metal at outer periphery. After that, with help of punch, we can operate the punch and we can make our material flow plastically, right? So here I mentioned the different stages for the deep drawing process, right? So our purpose is to make the cup, right? So in the deep drawing, let us start our discussion on different parameters. So in the deep drawing, draw ratio is very important. So what do you mean by draw ratio? For example, we have a 200 mm diameter blank available and we want to make the glass or cup shape which is having a 50 mm diameter, right? So what happens? What do you mean by draw ratio? Draw ratio is nothing but it is the diameter of your initial blank to the diameter of your final product. That is the cup shape, right? So here I mentioned the DR, that is the draw ratio, and it is nothing but ratio of blank diameter to the final our cup or product diameter. So this is known as the draw ratio, right? So after that, I also mentioned the reduction ratio or reduction coefficient. That is nothing but difference in diameter to the initial blank diameter, right? So these parameters are indication of our deep drawing process. It means how much diameter we can reduce and make the cup shape, right? So this rho ratio and rho reduction ratio or reduction coefficient equations are mentioned here, right? So after that, here I mentioned the different bending operations performed on press tool, right? So in the bending, our purpose is to bend any component, right? So here, as per the name, we can use the V bending. So we can bend our component in V shape. So in the bending, we can bend our component in V shape as per our discussion. Here I also mentioned the offset bending, channel bending. It means in C shape you can bend our material. So as mentioned here, we can use the U bending as well, right? So in different bending operations, we can bend our sheet metal with help of punch and die combination. So this is all about different types of sheet metal operations, deep drawing and different bending operations. Thank you all of you.